Hello and welcome to the Let's Talk Film podcast, where we talk all things film and television. Today we're going to be talking about Ghostbusters, because that came out, and we have opinions on it. Isn't that right, guys?
Strong opinions.
Yep. So...
Negative opinions.
Well-
Spoiler alert. It's shit.
Well, that's Lewis's opinion straight out the bat.
That's his actually the podcast done.
I'm Dan. With me are Brandon, Lewis and Yuan, as per usual. Oh god, I'm cutting that out. It's fucking horrible thing to do.
That's big.
Nah, you're leaving that in.
I'm not.
That's big.
Ah, shit.
I was gonna say Dan said as per usual every 5 minutes, so you had to cut it out.
Alright, so let's go into the news.
Yes.
There's not much.
No.
I guess the biggest news of the week is that Sulu is going to be gay in the next Star Trek film. Not that he hasn't been in the previous ones, but...
Does it really matter the sexual preference of a movie character in like a sci-fi movie? Like, is he
No.
going to be?
I guess not. But I guess if you are gay, then it's more of a... You're getting more representation in your films.
Yeah. I feel like they're moving towards, like, the past 5 years, they've been heavily, and especially this year as well, anything to do with sexism or anything like that, and race, they just heavily bombarded every media with equal rights and all that sort of stuff in every shape or form. Like the Ghostbusters film,
Yeah.
which we'll get into later. But
Dan, you said the gay people will appreciate it, but George Takei,
yeah.
who played Sulu
Right.
and is gay,
Yeah.
is not happy with it.
Yeah, but like Zachary Quinto, who is also gay, is very happy with the representation of the gay character. George Takei hated it because George Takei is confused as to what's happening with the Star Trek films. So he said that it discredits the original writers of Star Trek's character that they created because he's had to be in the closet for this whole time, and he was originally written as a heterosexual character, but he doesn't know that this is a completely different universe. He thinks it's a continuation of that series.
Oh, right, okay.
They've said they're giving him a husband, though, haven't they?
Yeah.
All right,
Just
so
out
they
of
are.
the blue.
In
Are they
fairness,
going to build him into it?
in fairness, like, it's not been mentioned at all.
No.
It's not like his sexuality has been anything to do with his character.
Yeah,
No.
I suppose.
As long as they don't make a massive deal out of it, because
No.
if they make a big deal out of it, then it's gonna.
Oh, they'll make a
it's
big deal
gonna
out of it.
Borderline offensive.
I'll make a massive deal out of
Yeah.
it.
Well,
I think in the trailer he takes a bigger role in this as well.
yeah.
'Cause
It looks like the supporting cast is taking a bigger
Yeah.
role in this film.
Yeah.
Yeah. So George Takei
Isn't happy.
he
Isn't happy with gay rights.
yeah, it was a weird thing for him to instantly come out and be like, well, this is just stupid.
I suppose it is kind of stupid, the fact that he is actually gay, but his character wasn't gay, right?
How is that stupid?
But then they've made the character gay, even though the actor isn't. It's like
It's meant to be an homage to him, to the actor,
Right.
rather than...
It's better than them just building in some kind of
Yeah.
gay character instead.
Well,
Because
George Takei has said, why didn't you just make a gay character?
then you're making it,
Yeah.
you're putting it in there on purpose.
Yeah.
That's what I felt as well, because if you're just throwing in a new character that's gay, that's how he's going to be known.
that's what I mean. As long as they don't make his character as if it's a new character, like they change him fully.
Yeah.
They don't do like gay stereotypes.
No.
Like if he is suddenly overly flamboyant,
Yeah.
it's not going to be very like it's not. It's going to be offensive to the
Yeah.
gay community.
Yeah.
As
What
long
colour-
as it's not offensive,
what
then
what
it's
colour
fine.
top does he wear?
It's a yellow shirt, isn't he?
Not anymore, it's bright pink with glitter.
Yeah, I was
now.
gonna say.
See if they change it.
I think he's yellow, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Is it?
He is yellow.
I'm
I
pretty
think.
sure he's a yellow.
Was he
shirt.
green?
What's Kirk? Hasn't Kirk got the yellow top on? Because that's the commanders.
Like, we have the internet.
Well, the captains.
Is it more of a
Sure.
gold?
I have no idea.
No, I'm not sure either.
Oh, wait, no. In this picture, it does look
Yeah.
yellowish. So,
Yellowish.
Yeah, no, it's yellow.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. That's a yellow isn't a gay stereotype, I guess.
No, you're
No,
right.
Well done,
Yeah.
Brandon.
The people have these colours on Star Trek for what roles
Yes.
they're in.
I understand that now.
It's nothing
No,
to do
it's-
with their character in
It's gonna change
particular.
now.
It could do.
The colours now are going to change to their sexual preferences.
Yes.
Sigourney Weaver has been talking about Alien 5. She basically confirmed that Neil Blomkamp's still doing it, which I was very surprised about because Chappie was a massive flop,
It was.
and I thought he was just going to be completely off now. What's the thoughts on Alien 5? Does anyone care?
I don't have any thoughts because I haven't seen them all the way through properly.
You're a terrible person.
Yeah, I know.
I've
It's
only
one of them
seen the
things.
first one.
That's the best one though.
Yeah.
Aliens is
I've
pretty
heard
decent.
that.
And then after that, they're pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like, Neil Blomkamp's on about doing a direct sequel to Aliens, so he'd be skipping out 3 and 4, which are the 2 worst ones. Unless you're counting Alien vs Predator, which are all just...
I've seen that one.
Oh, why?
Brilliant.
That's the one. I can't believe you've seen it.
It's
You
one of them
haven't
that's
seen
always
Alien.
on TV, isn't it? It's always on.
Yeah, it's always
So,
on like
yeah.
fucking Channel 5 or something.
ITV3 or 2.
Yeah.
One of the 2.
ITV3 is like all historical.
Yeah. Inspector
documentaries and
Morse.
shit. Yeah.
That's shit.
Yeah, Alien vs Predator.
Yeah.
Historical.
Historical.
Yeah, so no one really has any thoughts on Alien 5.
I'm not a huge Alien fan, to be honest
No.
with you. It's not.
So none of you really care for the Alien 5.
No.
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 Do it, don't do it.
I'm
not
interested in
really
the new Alien, the Alien
Covenant.
Covenants. That's the one. Which I don't understand the name for. I don't understand why they've gone with that
Yeah,
name.
it's really confusing what's happening with that.
Yeah.
Because it's meant to be a sequel to Prometheus, which wasn't great, and the general consensus is it wasn't great.
Yeah.
So they've put the Alien name on it.
Oh, to make
And-
it that part of that franchise.
Well, it's already part of that franchise technically, but I think if they put the Alien
Name-wise,
name on
yeah.
it wasn't going to be called Alien Covenant,
Right.
but it was still going to be a prequel to the Alien films.
Okay.
So they've put that name on it, and that'll get them more money. That's
Yeah.
what I'm assuming
Yeah.
they're doing anyway. Flatliners is getting a reboot.
Oh, I was saying about that. Yeah.
Sorry, what's Flatliners?
It's that
The one
film
with Kevin Bacon, isn't
yeah,
it?
from the 90s with Kevin Bacon, where he like
We watched that in RE.
Yeah.
Like year 9.
yeah.
Did we watch that in RB?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
I've never
It's
heard
about
of
it's about people who basically kill themselves and then
Yeah,
they
they
get brought
go-
back to life.
Yeah,
Like-
they go to like they just
they
get
stop
some-
their hearts.
Yeah, they flatline basically, and they experience like ghost like near death
Yeah.
experience sort of thing. They bring them back, and they can tell everyone about it. Then that's pretty much the
That's
premise, isn't
yeah,
it?
that's pretty much it. I
So
can't-
how are they rebooting it?
remaking it, isn't it?
yeah,
reboot.
They're just remaking it.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
I think
with an all-female cast.
no, Kiefer Sutherland has been confirmed for it.
Is that the 24 guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I found a bit weird. Like he's
He
a bit
looks
old
a bit
now,
like
isn't he?
Kevin Bacon though.
Does he?
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he at all? I don't think anyone looks like Kevin Bacon other than Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
You say that about anyone though, really.
No, Kevin Bacon has very distinctive features.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. She's got the face. Don't know.
Yes, he has a face.
Yes.
Not many people do.
Pacific Rim 2 has been confirmed for 2018.
All right. Yeah, I quite like.
I'm not
Pacific
doing well
Rim.
today. I haven't even seen the first film.
Wow,
I'm not doing well on films, am I?
you're not.
No.
I'm
the
on a
first
podcast.
First one's decent.
Yeah, it was
It is.
alright,
It's
wasn't
not
it?
too
Yeah,
It looked okay.
the action was really good.
Mm-hmm.
The characters I did not care for at
Oh,
all.
it's not
In
about
fact,
the characters though, is it?
no. But the only character I cared about was Idris Elba's, and he died. Spoiler.
Oh no, you've ruined it.
Yeah, so that's that.
No, I don't remember the characters at all.
Do you not?
No, I don't know how long ago I watched it. Must have been like, I didn't see it in the cinema.
When did it come out? 2013.
Yeah.
I
Was
must
it?
have seen it like 2014 then.
Was it?
It may have been 2014.
Yeah, probably.
Because I saw it after it'd been out because I watched it at home. I
Yeah,
didn't
a
see
few
it.
years
in
ago
the
now.
I think I watched it on Sky Movies or something.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
where
quite
I
old
watched
now.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't remember any of the characters. I just remember cool action.
You don't remember the Asian girl that had some sort of backstory that I can't remember?
I do remember there was an Asian girl.
Yeah. I don't remember that story whatsoever.
There was a guy in it that his brother died.
Oh yeah, I remember a brother dying.
That's everything about that film.
I remember there was an end credit scene where this guy comes out of a kaiju,
What's a
like cuts him
kaiju?
out. One of the big monsters
Oh,
that they
okay.
fight.
Oh yeah, it's the guy who plays Hellboy.
I don't know.
What's his name? I like Hellboy.
Hellboy's a good film.
Yeah.
The second one's probably even better, but they keep going on about. Del Toro keeps going on about doing the third one. It's just not going to happen.
That's been on and off for years now, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no way that's happening.
No.
Ron Perlman.
That's the
What's
one.
his name?
Perlman.
Yeah, he's pretty decent, and I think no one really knows him for anything other than Hellboy.
No.
And he's basically unrecognisable as Hellboy anyway.
Yeah. Any more news?
No.
No, it's been dead this week.
There's really very little.
Last week.
Game of Thrones has been delayed
Yes.
by like a month or two.
And that's not too
It's not going
bad.
to make much difference. It's going to be a year anyway.
Yeah, well, they said that it's because winter is now here.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure quite why that's pushed it back.
it's because they can't. They want to wait until winter to film it,
Maybe.
so
Right,
they
okay.
they don't have to get loads of fake snow.
So they're lazy.
They're
They've
lazy.
been fine. They've been fine now with before now with it.
Because
In the
winter isn't there. They can. Winter's here. It's come. So
They've had a lot of snow though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They have.
Yeah, but there's gonna be like snow in King's Landing and stuff. That's what winter is.
I feel like King's Landing is a set.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Unless
I
it's in a
guess it is.
location where
Well, maybe there's just more snow.
they want to
more
get
snow.
Wow. Yeah, that's that news.
And also,
Yeah, that's not gone.
there's no
That news lasted very long.
there's no guarantee that there's going to be snow in Ireland. They film it in Ireland, don't they? Belfast. There's no guarantee that if they film it in winter that there is going to be snow.
No, did we have any snow last
We
winter?
didn't have any snow
No,
last
that's the
year.
way until
like,
January,
Yeah.
which is, I don't know, even more of a gamble
Yeah.
with our climate now.
I don't really see the point in pushing this back,
No.
to be perfectly
No.
honest.
No.
But
Is
you
there
know.
more island in snow? Snow. Island. Is there more snow in Ireland than here?
I don't think
Because
so.
we're on the same
Yeah,
level, aren't we?
we are on the same level.
It's not more north than we are. It's a little bit north, but not weather changing north.
Yeah.
It's not Scotland.
Do any of you have Netflix?
Yes.
I do, yeah.
Oh, I'm the only one without it then. It's-
Get with the times, Dan.
Would you like to know what's coming up on Netflix this month?
I
Might as
know,
well.
but I forgot, so remind me.
Well,
There's a new TV show coming out.
what? Yeah, that's Stranger
Sci-fi.
Things.
Yes, Strangers.
Which is apparently like Super 8 but good.
Yes.
So
Super
I'd
8
quite,
but good.
I'd quite
I
like to
didn't
watch
mind
that.
Super 8.
It
was alright.
It was very average.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
it wasn't great.
I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
I like that J.J. Abrams was basically, he had two ideas and he went to see Spielberg about them, and Spielberg was like,
It's just one idea.
put them into one idea. So The Wicker Man is coming to
Oh, I can
Oh.
finally watch
Netflix.
it. I've not seen it yet.
I
Yeah.
can watch it as well. Yes.
it may already be on there actually because this list is a bit old.
I'll watch it tonight.
Yeah, I think it went on like start of July. Yeah, so
When's The Last Kingdom on there? Is that on there?
the what?
The Last Kingdom. Have you seen that?
No, I've
No.
never
What's
listened
that?
to it.
It's like Game of Thrones mixed with Vikings. It's exactly that.
I can't see it.
It's like a complete rip-off of Game of Thrones mixed with Vikings.
It doesn't appear to
What,
be
the
here.
TV show Vikings?
Yes. Yeah. But it's good though, it is quite good. But I
Right.
watched that before watching Game of Thrones, that's probably why I liked it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so you got The Wicker Man. Well, there's not much else. There's Terminus, that's apparently half decent.
Terminus.
Yeah.
That's the place they went
that
to in The
Walking Dead
Walking Dead.
spin-off?
Bloody well.
Guys, Horrid Henry, season
Oh
4.
man,
Yes.
gotta get on that.
Yes. I need to
Wow.
catch up on the books.
There's not much on here either. There's not much happening
No,
at all.
we're scrounging for news
this
here.
week.
I feel like we're just leaning more towards Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Let me just see. There was something else I saw.
This might be a very short episode.
Oh, Fargo season 2. Have you seen Fargo?
Alright, I've not watched season
No.
one.
It's really good, to be fair.
Just had
I've seen the
people telling me
first
to
few
watch
episodes
it.
of season 1, it was quite good.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't watch the rest of it. But it was really good though.
But have any of you seen the film?
Nope, need to.
No.
Oh, guys.
I'm missing out. Yeah, I'm behind on everything.
It is really good, the film. It's one of my favourite films.
I've only heard good things about it. So.
Yeah. It's probably the best Coen Brothers film.
Yeah.
Right.
Other than that, there's only really The Fault in Our Stars.
Oh.
That's coming on
Gotta
on
catch
the
that.
13th of July with
God.
I've
2
watched
cancer
it.
patients making out in Anne Frank's house.
Yeah, Ewan and I watched that on a date. We had a little date and watched.
You and Ewan together?
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't have actual dates. Yeah.
Wow, that's a bit sad.
It is a bit sad.
Isn't it?
Oh wait, there's more on here. There was just an advert in the way. 15th of July, Gavin and Stacey,
That's already been on there.
That's
They just
already on
took
there,
it out.
isn't
season 3.
It was
Oh.
already on there.
Alright, okay.
What about
Well,
the rest of them?
alright. It's only says season
Expected.
3.
Oh.
It's only season 3.
This only says season 3. It may mean up to season 3.
Right, okay.
But as far as I can tell by this, it just says season 3.
What website are you on?
Den of Geek.
Oh, okay.
It might well be just season 3 because Netflix does that.
Yeah, it did
Netflix
that with
is
Scrubs. It
weird.
had like season 5 and
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. You got Shrek 2, Shrek the
Yes.
Third, and Puss in Boots.
Oh god. Shrek 2's not bad.
Shrek 2 is pretty decent.
Yeah.
The first album I ever bought was Shrek 2, the soundtrack. So
Oh god.
good album, you guys. You should listen to it.
Oh. Brandon,
Yes.
X-Men Days of Future Past,
Yes.
20th of July. It's going to be on there. It's your favourite film, isn't it?
I've already watched it too many times.
Oh,
It's up there. It's up there. With my favourite films. But yeah, I've seen it too many times. I might give it another watch if it's on Netflix. I did that with Looper before we studied it.
Oh, Looper's great though.
Yeah, I love Looper.
Looper's a really good film.
Really good film.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. We may as well get into Ghostbusters
Yeah.
because there's
We've
fuck
been
all else
stalling
to
for
talk
so
about.
yeah.
I don't think I'm ready for it.
Right, what we're going to do, guys, we're going to do non-spoilers. It'll probably be quite a bit shorter than the
Just like an
spoilers section.
overview and
It'll be
opinion.
immediately after it.
Yeah.
Yeah. General thoughts. I feel like I don't know if Lewis should start off or whether
No,
we
build
should-
up to me
we should
because
leave it
I'm
for a bit.
angry with this film. So you.
It's not as
All right,
bad as I- it's
we'll
not as
start
bad as
with
I
you,
thought it was
Anne,
yeah,
gonna be,
because
to
he
be
seems to
fair.
have
more positive than
more
Lewis.
positive opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, it was from the trailer. I watched that and I thought this is going to be horrific because it was just made completely of gags and one-liners and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and I just didn't even want to watch it. But then, I don't know, there wasn't as many one-liners as I expected. Most of them were actually in the trailer.
Yeah.
I thought, and a couple of them made me smirk. I never really laughed at it. I will admit that.
I think that was the main thing with this film. Like,
Yeah.
there was some stuff that I found, like, it wasn't funny, but it made me slightly happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't really deliver in the way I think they wanted it to.
No.
But there were it wasn't like a happy moment, it was just sort of like an awkward smile, like you knew it was
Yeah.
bad. It's all those bad jokes that are good.
There was a lot of that
Yeah.
I laughed at, mainly because other people were laughing,
Yeah.
and I thought it's funny that they're laughing at this bad
Yeah.
joke.
It's really you're laughing at the audience.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have found it funny.
I never laughed out loud, but some of the things Chris Hemsworth said, I was like, yeah, I guess that's funny.
Yeah.
It never
Yeah,
made me
right.
laugh.
I was talking to you about this because when we came out of the cinema, I said to you two, I didn't like the film,
No.
but I really liked Chris Hemsworth, and you two apparently hated Chris Hemsworth.
Hate is a strong word. I'd not use the word
I
hate.
didn't like him.
Right.
He was the best part. I can
Yeah,
agree with you on that.
That's what I meant by
I'll
that,
agree
right.
there. He was the best part of the
He
film.
never made me laugh, but he was the closest I came to laughing.
I think they could have done his character really well and better than they could have, though. I think they sort of took a massive part of his character when they were making the stupid jokes with him being like, was it blind? He was blind, wasn't he? Like he couldn't see probably because he took the lens out of his glasses or something. That's why. That's why he's bumping into everything, wasn't he?
I thought that the glasses were just like.
Fashion
I
accessory.
thought that was the joke
Yeah.
that he took it out because they were getting dirty, and that's why.
He did trip a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
get
notice
it.
that.
I
yeah.
didn't notice
He was
it. They
bumping
didn't
into
make
everything.
it very clear.
That
That's
must
what
have
I
been a
mean.
really stupid joke
if
for
that's the
stupid
joke,
people.
That's why Brandon
I just
got
raised
it.
my hand then. You can't see that. I raised my hand silently.
Yeah, so because I didn't notice that,
No.
I thought that they were completely unconnected and that he was just so stupid
That's what I was
that he
thinking.
just tripped up a lot.
Because when you said, I thought he was the best part of the film, and I was like, I didn't like him. Then I thought back to when he was tripping over, and I thought, why was he bumping into stuff? That's not like, just because he's stupid doesn't mean he's bumping into stuff.
Yeah.
I thought he must be blind, and I realised the whole glasses joke. But a few of the things he did say were quite well done. They were like one-liners, weren't they? Though he just messed up
He
words.
had a lot of one-liners until like towards the end, but we'll get onto that.
I think one-liners always deliver though. They always make at least you smile a bit.
Yeah,
Because they're very sharp, aren't
well,
they? They're
his
very quick.
one-liners worked. I don't think
Yeah.
there was really anybody else.
No,
No.
none of the
with-
females worked.
I don't know. I think they worked individually. They were good individual characters, maybe except for Leslie Jones. I wasn't a massive fan of her character,
No.
but their chemistry just was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
That was where it mainly fell apart for me.
Yeah,
Was they didn't really work well together.
no.
Because they hated each other at the start, didn't they?
Yeah,
And then after like one scene, they were
They're like-
miraculously
yeah, the-
best friends.
Yeah.
they're best mates.
It was one scene as well.
Yeah, I felt that the dynamic between all four of them just wasn't
Yeah, the
great.
character development, the chemistry between all four of them was very slow. It just wasn't there. It was
No.
very slow. It wasn't built properly.
No, definitely. And Leslie Jones' introduction to the team just made no sense to me.
No, she kind of just appeared, and then they were like, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
Why
literally just
not?
appeared and said, yeah, she just turned up and they hired her.
yeah.
That's all it was.
So I don't know. It just wasn't.
No,
The-
initial
the
thoughts
characters-
were I didn't like it, but then I heard your opinion, heard Lewis' opinion, heard John's opinion, and I rethought it got better with more conversation I talked about
Yeah,
it.
well, that's the thing. Like I wasn't huge about it to
No.
start with. Like I didn't mind it as much as you two seem to.
Yeah,
But like, it wasn't. It's definitely not anywhere near the best of the
Oh, no.
year or anything.
no,
but
no, no.
I wouldn't put it near the worst, to be
No.
honest.
I've seen worse films, but I've seen much better films. Put it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
watch it again.
No.
I will not choose to watch it ever again.
Lewis, do you want to just rant for a bit?
I don't want people to
Non-spoiler
think
rants.
that I'm angry, an angry person. I'm not an angry
You told
person.
me that it was that you were angry when we left this cinema.
This film,
But it's mainly the callbacks, isn't it? That you're
this
angry with?
film made me angry. There was because bad comedies, I cannot deal with bad comedies because I hate bad jokes that don't land and then people think they're funny. I was mainly mad at the audience
Yeah,
because the audience we were with in this film, they were laughing. And I was just like, why are you laughing? That's not
Yeah.
funny at all.
I said to you as well, walking in, it was a weird audience when I was looking at everyone. It was like there wasn't it was just old people or young people. It wasn't.
there was a lot of old people in
Yeah,
it.
there was
Yeah.
And they
a
laughed
massive-
at like
Yeah,
the most immature jokes.
Yeah.
there was a
And I
lot of
was
60-year-old.
just so confused.
But they weren't like 30, 40. They were 60-year-olds,
Yeah.
pushing 70 at
There
least.
didn't seem to be anyone who I thought they're here because they liked the original
No,
Ghostbusters.
No, but that's because they wouldn't see
No,
this if
yeah.
they liked the original
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
was just kids and old people.
Yeah. There was a kid that left like 5 times, and that was getting on
Yeah,
my nerves.
yeah. I got kicked as well.
You got kicked?
Yeah, I was leaning on the
Oh,
side of
mate.
my seat.
That's so annoying.
But I wasn't. It was awkward though because I was leaning on the left-hand side of my seat, and because I was right on the end,
Yeah.
he put his feet up, and it was touching the back of my jumper, and I didn't want to blatantly move because that would like know that I know.
Yeah.
So I like just subtly moved my elbow very
I would
slowly.
like elbowed him, just like piss.
I've had a kid put his feet on my head. I
My legs aren't long enough to.
was sat up in my chair, and then these 2 feet came out the side of my head. I look back, this kid is like on his back, just stretched out. It's like he was trying to reach my head.
He
And
definitely
did.
was.
Did
that-
whoever he was with not do anything about it?
No.
I hate that.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. Like,
I think he was with his dad. I just looked at the kid. I looked at his dad. The dad was watching the film, so I was just like, I'm just gonna lean forward.
kids in public is just the worst stuff. Like,
Yes.
I haven't dealt with any at the cinema, but there was like this one kid on the train once, and I was just sitting there like on the DS because I'm so cool when I'm on the train.
Yeah.
And he must have had a twig from outside, and he just leaned over the chair and started on the head with his twig. I'm quite an awkward person. I mean, for Christ's sakes, I'm playing a fucking 3DS on the train.
Yeah.
And his dad did nothing about it. And this, like, 80-year-old lady just turned to him and went, "Can you please stop that?" And I'm like, this 80-year-old lady had to stand up for me to, like, a 7-year-old. Anyway, back on topic.
Yeah, that was a good tangent. That was a good tangent, though. I enjoyed that.
So, yeah, like, it was a strange audience.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
There was only like 3 people in there when I was in there.
Really?
Ours was pretty much full,
Ours
wasn't
was
it?
pretty full.
Yeah.
You went this morning, though, didn't you?
Yeah, by myself because I'm really cool. It was like, I think it was a family of 3 actually. I think there was a family of 3, and then like 2 couples or something, and I just walked in and sat there by myself with my coffee. I was like, so lonely.
That's another thing I was uncertain of. When I was looking at the people that was there, I was thinking, who have they tried to advertise for? Because the genre, I don't know what the film was. It was trying to be, at some moments, it was trying to be grown up and mature, like the way they were talking, the way the scenes were working. I was like, okay, this is going well. They're talking normally, and then it would completely change to like an immature moment, like the crazy one.
The tone was all over.
Yeah,
the
it
place.
was so messy. And I think that's to do with the editing as well.
Yeah.
So I was saying to Lewis, the editing was incredibly messy.
I was saying to you before you 2 arrived, I think the cast were good. It was Paul Feig as the director that was the bad choice for this film.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he did a good job because he didn't know what tone he was
No.
going for. Because he's used to like 18, 15 rated comedies.
Yeah, because he had that one joke after the EVP, and what's her name? The blonde, short-haired one. She was like, "What if I told you that didn't come from the back? It came from the front."
Yeah.
It was like,
And I was like, I said to
there's kids in here.
I said this to 12A, and they were making jokes that only 15, like 18-year-olds would get or like would find funny. And then they would make other jokes that are really immature, and it completely deranged from the normal like genre it was meant to be.
Yeah.
That's why the rating confused me, because it was being immature and cartoony at some points, which came across as a PG. And then there was like, why was it 12A?
Like a
It's
3-minute poop joke.
Yeah.
That just...
Sequence.
Yeah.
Literally. In the first 15 minutes, they made 3 poop jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fart jokes. It was ridiculous.
It wasn't a fart joke, though, because it came from the front.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently.
No, there was one before that as well, I think.
Was there?
Yeah, there was the what? It wasn't a fart joke. It was a poop joke.
When she tricked him with the... that's when it was, wasn't it? When she tricked him with the voice audio thing.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That was it. When she first went there and met them.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were on about
When they met the guy.
the tour
outside the
guide
house.
that was like...
Yeah, that was...
You pooed yourself.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No, you told me you pooed yourself.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Comedy.
And he just said before they go in as well, it cuts so awkwardly. He throws the keys and just says, "You're going to die."
Yeah.
And
I
cuts.
thought- He
I was
threw,
like, what?
he threw the keys and I was like, right, she's like 2 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
Why did you have to throw the keys?
It's just,
You're just being a dick.
He's just being a dick. It's just the way he says, "You're all going to die," and it just cuts to the house.
Does he
away.
think that if he puts his hand over the curb, that he will instantly die? Because
That's the
why is there any other reason for throwing the keys on the
That's the
ground?
thing. They said the Chris Hemsworth joke with him being blind. That was something that not everyone would have caught straight away.
Yeah.
And same with the keys thing. Like before the intro cutscene thing, we saw the guy hanging from like the tour guy, right? And it looked to me like he got possessed because he saw all the ghost stuff happening in the basement.
We've had this conversation. I don't think he did because we see the
But
ghost again.
Yeah.
Right. Let's leave this for spoilers, though.
Okay, yeah.
Not getting too in depth with the overall,
okay, I
the
forgot about
overview.
that. Yeah, non-spoiler.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, the jokes don't land.
No.
The ones that do aren't great,
And they're from Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
and the callbacks to the originals are frustratingly obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the most non-spoilery way, they are frustrating.
Yeah. There's they seem to try and throw in lines from the song, and the theme tune, right?
Yeah.
I get that it's the theme tune for Ghostbusters. They used it 7 times.
I wasn't counting.
They used
to be
it
honest
7
with you.
times. And one of them was the Fall Out Boy version. It made me want to kill myself.
Yeah.
That version is just dreadful.
Yeah.
Does those 7 times include the 2 references to the lyrics?
No.
Okay. So
That's how many times they use the actual theme
The
tune.
actual song.
I thought they'd steer clear of it. I thought they'd be like, look, right, we've got the new Fall Out Boy one. It's shit, but that's what we've got, so
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
just use that. And
Yeah.
they didn't. They just used the regular one instead for pretty much every single part.
yeah.
I felt like they had the Fall Out Boy version in, and then they were like, oh, everybody hates this.
Yeah.
Let's quickly shift it out
Yeah.
and put in the
Yeah.
regular one.
Yeah.
But we have to have it somewhere, so we'll leave it in for one of them.
Mm.
That is how I felt with the themes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the themes, I thought it was going to be like Ghostbusters for a new generation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why they were redoing the theme.
Yeah.
That's why they were getting a more modern, like, current band to do
Yeah.
it. But they were sticking to the originals. Well, they weren't sticking. They were referencing the originals. So if the new generation who haven't seen the originals, they wouldn't get that.
No.
Yeah, I felt like this film could have been the Ghostbusters for a new generation.
Yeah.
But they did so many callbacks
Yeah.
that it just sort of cancelled it out because it made it a bit strange. Are you marketing this towards the people who
Yeah.
like the first one,
That's what I mean.
or are you trying to make it a new Ghostbusters?
It's the same.
for a new
With,
generation?
It's the same with the age, like who they market to. Like the
Yeah.
plot was so predictable, which is fair enough if your audience are kids.
Yeah,
But they've made it a 12A, and they've made jokes relating to older audiences. But the plot is the most predictable plot in any film you can watch. It's ridiculous.
mm-hmm.
And there we go, it's aiming for kids because they can just know what's going on straight away,
Yeah,
and they're intrigued in it. So I think kids will really enjoy this film. I think if you went with your parents or something like that, or you were a kid watching this, you might enjoy it because it's easy to follow. Some of the jokes obviously you might find funny,
yeah,
and just the immatureness of the characters.
yeah. It's not like there's any scary moments
No,
or anything either.
No,
Like,
no, actually, no. There were a few jump scares,
There were a few jump scares. I didn't
Yeah.
jump at
I think
They were-
everything's got jump scares now.
but they were like, why were they there?
But in the originals, they are quite scary
Yeah.
at some
Yeah,
points.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like in the first one, there's Sigourney Weaver sitting on a chair, and then these arms just come out and grab her, and
Yeah.
then she gets pulled out. Like that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this movie isn't scary.
No.
no.
Like it's just a few jump scares, and that's my problem with most horror movies.
Yeah.
I say most. There are a few good ones.
Yeah.
But the most current horror movies are just jump scares.
I think
jump
it just
That-
tried
that's
to.
my
I
main
think it just tried to
problem.
throw in everything about it, like just we're lobbing jump scares from the horror, we're lobbing in easy. Just they threw too much in the basket, and they just didn't settle well with me. They just didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't combine nice together.
Yeah. I don't get why they had jump scares in it.
No, that's a no. Yeah.
Like,
They were
you're not
pointless.
you're not a horror film,
No, that's what I mean. They're not.
and,
but
and that's a crap thing from the
Yeah.
horror films that are
Yeah.
coming out at
But
the moment
no,
anyway.
there was no direction of it being a horror film. Like even the colours, the lighting, and there was no hint of it being a horror film or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The jump scares were completely random. They weren't. So they weren't meant to be there.
Let's talk about CGI.
Yes.
There was very little good CGI. in this.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
because I feel like we've been so negative about this film. I'm just gonna compliment it on its CGI.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
I thought there were parts that weren't bad, but there
I
were
think the
parts that were
ghosts-
terrible.
I didn't really like the ghost, but I did like the laser projectile weapons. Like all the CGI to do with them.
the proton packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were as good as they were going to be. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
But the ghosts, I guess you can't really make a realistic looking ghost
No.
because
No.
they're not real.
that is.
But I'm glad they did that
problem.
right. They made it like so it was meant to look unrealistic and weird.
Yeah, the main one I didn't like was Slimer.
Yeah.
Like he just looked bad, and then he had a girlfriend. And it
Oh
was
yeah,
terrible.
whoever's idea it was for female Slimer. I don't know. I don't know if it was something new from this movie or if it was in like the children's TV show. I don't know. I've never seen her before.
I've never seen
I
her.
never want to see her again.
Who did the voice? Was it? It sounded like Paul Giamatti. What's his name? Paul
Giamatti.
Yeah, I swear
I
it
don't
was
think
him.
so. I don't even remember him speaking. To be
No,
fair,
But when
He
it
just
shouted, it sounded like
like.
Paul Giamatti from the Spider-Man in the Rhino scene when he's shooting his gun. It sounded like him. I don't know if it was. See if it's uncredited or something.
I really doubt that he would do that.
It sounded so much like him. If it is him,
I can't. There's no one on IMDb
No.
under Slimer.
it sounded like him anyway.
Can you search for his name?
Paul Giamatti.
He won't
Yeah.
be credited. Even if he did do it, he won't be credited.
No,
No.
I doubt it's Paul Giamatti. Anyway, while I research this, like I thought that the effects, like they were good. There was the one part where like, oh wait, no, I'll go into that later. But yeah, the effects were hit and miss really. There was the big dragon which I didn't understand.
Yeah, the one in the trailer that's on
yeah.
Leslie Jones's shoulders.
Yeah.
Is it Leslie Jones?
Is it meant to be a ghost? Because why is there a dragon? Why is it a dragon?
Yeah, because the other ones are humans.
Yeah,
that have
everything
died.
else is a human.
There was one scene. It's not really a spoiler, but with the ghosts, were there pet ghosts at one point. There were like dogs and cats running out of.
There were rats that came out.
There
of
was
the
rats.
sky.
That was it.
Yeah.
There were rat ghosts. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just weird seeing that, like with the dragon one as well. Like they
Yeah,
were all
yeah.
humans all up to that point.
Yeah, but dragons aren't real. That's
Or
the
maybe they're
difference.
implying that dragons are real, and this is the ghost of a dead dragon.
I really hope they're not.
Yeah, especially if they look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Leslie Jones though, she shouts a lot.
A hell of a lot.
Yeah.
that
See,
was like her whole character.
Yeah, this movie is trying to be, it's trying to be female empowering,
Mm-hmm.
but then they just make her a black stereotype.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like she is the sassy black woman stereotype.
I felt that although it's trying to be like, oh, equal rights, everyone, it feels quite racist towards her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is the only one that's not a scientist, and she has like a crappy job.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
working in the subway.
Yeah.
Everyone's ignoring her.
Yeah, all she does is black comedy, like stereotypical black comedy.
Mm.
Like they had her so she was meant to know loads of crap about
Yeah,
New
she-
York
she
and all
didn't.
the history, but then they never used that.
No.
That's one
They
thing
use
I
that
was
in, like,
looking
two
forward to
things.
when they hinted at that. When she was explaining, like, they've all got their talents, like she's the engineer, they're all scientific, blah blah, and then she comes in, she's telling all these stories about the history of these buildings.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, this could be quite good about a character, and then that completely went. I think she told 2 stories about like, and she said, didn't she? She said, I've got a car and I know New York at the back of my hand. But then she never mentioned anything else about the history of anywhere.
No.
Yeah, so all she was really there for is for the car.
For the car, yeah.
Yeah, there was a scene where she was getting like saying things that she knew, but they had a laptop right there,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
she could have been replaced by
Yeah.
a laptop.
Yeah.
Really, she could have been replaced by a laptop in any scene.
They basically just let her into the Ghostbusters team for her car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is why she's there.
Yeah.
And they,
It's not like she's good with the gun, because she was the worst
yeah.
one with the gun as well.
and
There was one joke actually with the car that made me laugh a little bit, which was when they had the ghost and everything on the hearse. They were like, "This is so inappropriate."
Yeah,
for
I
this
like
vehicle."
Yeah.
but what's the actor's name? The one who played the engineer, the blonde woman, the mental one.
Oh,
What's the character's name?
Oh,
I do.
no,
She's the only one I didn't
just-
know.
Oh, it was
Kate
something-
McKinnon.
Yeah.
She could have done it all by herself.
she's
I'm-
great.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but
I
she
did like this character.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she could have done it all by herself.
I liked her and was strangely attracted to her.
Yeah, I thought she had the most defined, like
Yeah, yeah.
not defined, but the most like solid role.
It's because
You
they
knew-
established her.
Yeah,
straight
you
away,
knew what
yeah.
her character was.
And they didn't change her and mix
No.
her up in different things.
She was the only one that did anything as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There were other scientists there, but they
Yeah.
didn't do anything.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
She-
all Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig did was just talk a load of nonsense,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that pissed me off. Like, just oh well, there's the if you just charge this with
Yeah.
the Vlividiflon, then you can.
That's another flagger
I don't even know what words to make up, because these words were just complete
Yeah,
nonsense.
they would say words that sounded like ridiculously complicated.
Yeah.
They were just words combined.
It felt like they were just throwing a load of words at the
Yeah.
audience, and they're like, "Look, our movie's smart."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it sounds like the actors saying it didn't have a clue what they were saying either.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't think anyone really
No.
understood what they were saying.
Yeah.
Because they said, "Oh, it'll be like a nuclear bomb." Oh, let's jump into it then. Spoilers, sorry.
yeah. Well, I don't know. It's just some of the dialogue in the film just really irritated me.
Yeah, There's a
Yeah.
lot of it. I think there was too much of it as well.
Yeah.
Especially between.
Especially the on-the-nose callbacks.
Yeah.
Sorry to keep mentioning it, but it is the worst thing about this film.
Yeah. There's not too much else to talk about then. Melissa McCarthy, I was quite happy with her character, to be honest,
I
because
just think they jumped around too much.
I think Kristen Wiig's character was worse. But
yeah.
Melissa McCarthy, I'm just glad she's not, because in every other film she's just doing I'm the fat one.
Yeah,
I
that just
suppose,
falls
yeah.
over all the time, and
Yeah.
there's like one scene where she falls over, but like
She is always ordering Chinese food though.
Yeah.
yeah, but you know,
Oh, the soup.
She doesn't
jokes.
ever eat it though.
I know, she just complains about it.
Yeah, the
it's
soup.
not like she orders the Chinese food and then someone else goes, "Hey, you're fat." Like
Yeah.
if they did something like
Yeah.
that, then I would be
Or
upset.
it would have made me upset if they did like a backstory, because when they did a backstory of the main character and they said how she was like she's seen a ghost when she was a kid.
Was she the main character? I was so like no one felt like the main character. In
No,
this
that's
film.
what I mean. But she was established. She was the first one to see
Yeah, I
it.
guess she was established the most.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care for her at all. Though.
No.
Kristen Wiig could have been replaced with anybody in this
Yeah.
film. Like,
Her character just didn't really work.
no, not at all.
Because at the start she was like, what was she, a particle physicist or something like that?
I think so. Well, she's
She's
a professor or something.
she was applying for something. I don't remember.
She
what
was
it
applying for
She
tenure.
was getting,
yeah.
yeah, that was it.
And then they wouldn't just fire it.
No,
Someone who's applying for tenure like that either, which kind of bugged me.
yeah, because she was walking out. Oh my god, that's not a spoiler. Really.
Yeah, Charles Dance is in this movie.
Should we just say we're going to do spoilers from now on, because they're getting kind of frequent.
Is non-spoilers over? I mean, we discussed non-spoilery for how long we done.
Right, let's just
Yeah,
give
I'll
it a
just
quick-
say this last thing.
Okay.
Paul Feig was the worst choice for director. I
Okay.
didn't like it. He's done really good films. I really liked The Heat, and I quite liked Spy.
Spy was good.
He was a bad choice for this film.
Yeah.
That's all I really have to say.
I just want to
Yeah,
give you a quick overview. Like, the comedy's bad. The
In
char-
places.
in
Yeah.
places, but most of it is bad. The CGI is as good as it could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the CGI was fine.
The story, predictable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for kids,
I mean,
so it's fine.
But is it for kids though?
That's what I mean. They try.
It's unclear
Yeah.
as to the audience, for
Yeah.
the target audience.
It misses the target audience. It's not overly long, I think.
No,
it's
it was around an hour, 45 maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't feel it dragging at any point.
No.
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 The character development, they developed a
wasn't really
couple
anything.
of
No.
characters. Yeah, there was an attempt to develop Kristen Wiig, but I didn't
They
care.
were all-
I don't think there
There
was.
No,
No.
they
Well,
were all
there was the-
established.
That's the problem.
The
Like,
attempt was she gave a bit of a backstory about why she was interested in ghosts,
yeah,
but that's about it.
But
Yeah.
even then, wasn't really important.
Right, so on a scale of I want to forget this movie to I will buy it and watch it, what are you saying?
I don't know what's in the middle of this.
Right, okay,
scale.
so this is my scale that I'm thinking of now. I want to forget this movie.
film.
Sorry. I want to forget this film. I will watch this film if I see it's on TV. I will buy this film and show it to friends. I will buy it and watch it myself. And this is my favourite film from now on.
I'd say I'll watch it if it's on TV.
Yeah, I'd say the same.
The first one.
You want to forget it?
Yes.
I'm going to agree with Brandon. I want to forget this.
See, I don't think it's worth forgetting. It
No.
wasn't that bad.
It wasn't, but I just would never ever choose to watch on TV.
Alright, we'll add another one. I want to forget it. I will never watch it again. I'll watch it if it's on TV.
I'll never watch it again.
I'll never watch it again.
I still might watch it if it's
Yeah,
on
if
TV.
it's on TV, just because it's there.
Right, okay. Let's get into spoilers then.
Yeah.
All right.
Bill Murray is in this movie. No! I didn't
he is
like
in this
it.
film. Yes. You're
Film,
Film.
sorry. I keep saying movie. He's in this film, and when he showed, I knew that they were going to show him when they said it was a TV,
Yeah,
Clip in
as
the
soon as
news.
that came up.
and it was like, oh, there's some guy here who's denying it, and I'm like, it's going to be Bill Murray.
Yeah,
It's going to
yeah.
be Bill Murray, and then it was him, and I was like, no, what are you doing?
Me and Lewis both slopped in our chair,
Yeah.
just like slobbed down.
I
for like 10
audibly
minutes.
groaned very loudly.
Yeah, I think it's because the characters who were introducing Bill Murray especially, they were so sarcastic in their voice, like it was, you knew what was coming, it was predictable. Whereas if they were like not saying it in any certain way and he just appeared, I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
Because they were going, and here we have the famous what was it, a debunker of the. I was
Yeah.
like, you just know who it's gonna be
Yeah,
now.
there are 4 cameos in this movie. There are 4 cameos in this film.
You're struggling, aren't you?
I'm
It's alright,
struggling.
you can say movie.
There are 4
Maybe
cameos, and you know they're gonna be cameos as soon as you see them, because it's Bill Murray,
Yeah.
Annie Potts, who was the receptionist,
Yep.
Dan Aykroyd, who was Ray, and then I don't remember the actor's name, but he played Winston in the originals.
Mhm.
And you know it's coming with Bill Murray. Annie Potts is a receptionist at a hotel, so you know that that's coming because she's a receptionist. Dan Aykroyd, I wasn't actually sure if it was him, but the way they presented it was like, I'm pretty sure this is a cameo.
Yeah, it is.
If he's aged badly, then
Yeah.
he doesn't look like he did.
I didn't recognise him at all. To be completely honest, I don't really care much for the first Ghostbusters film.
All right, I'm not a massive fan, but I do enjoy them.
I think the last time I saw it I was like 11,
Right.
and
Yeah, I haven't seen it recently.
I
No,
did
neither.
watch them. I watched them a couple of days before going to see this.
yeah, I was gonna, but then I thought I don't really like them, so I didn't.
Right. Okay.
I
I do like them. I'm not going to say that it's an integral part of my childhood,
Mhm.
No.
but I do
I've always
enjoy
enjoyed
them.
it. I remember it was on like, I watched it once as a kid all the way through, and I enjoyed it. And then whenever it was on TV or anything, I still enjoyed it then.
Yeah.
So I could watch that a few times, and it'd be fine to watch over this new one. So I enjoyed
Well,
the first
yeah,
one.
that's a much better film though. It's
Yeah,
not-
yeah,
It's
I know
really
that,
well
just-
received, the first one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's
The
like
second one isn't so much,
97% on
yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes or something.
The second one isn't as well
No,
received.
I've seen the second one as well, and from memory, I'd say that this new one's better than that.
I wouldn't say that.
I don't think I've
I
seen the
don't know,
second
because
one.
I've seen reviews that say that as well.
The second one is done. They make the Statue of Liberty walk
Is that the
by
second one?
putting it.
I think I've seen that.
Putting
Right?
slime in it, and there is a really annoying artist character that always bugged me.
Which is the one with the whole fridge thing where
The
like,
first one.
is that the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the
Zoo!
Is that what it is?
Oh, we left early, right? There
Oh,
was
no.
an after credit sequence
Yeah, I wanted to get out of this
Yeah.
movie,
Where-
this cinema as soon as I could.
where Leslie Jones picks up the phone and she's like, "They're saying something about a zoo," and I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
"What?"
No.
This is what I've heard about the after. Did you stay for the after credit sequence?
No,
Sean?
I thought there was probably going to be one, but I was getting
Yeah, I said
embarrassed
too.
because
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone else
that'd be
left.
credit scene.
Yeah,
I
Brandon
was sitting
did
there by
say.
myself. I was like, oh, I'm just going to walk out.
Yeah. So, in fairness, Paul Feig has said that it's just so they have the opportunity to do it. They're not necessarily going to do it.
I hope they don't.
Yeah.
They probably will.
Yeah, they will at some point. I doubt it'll be in the next one, but if they do another one after that, because they're going to do another one after this.
Definitely.
I
Definitely
guarantee
will.
it.
Oh, of course they
Um,
will. They've made
But it might not
so
make
much money off this already.
They're going to make more money than you think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people just going to see it because they're like, I wonder if it's as bad as I think it's going to be.
How much they make opening weekend? I said to you, didn't I? That they're going towards.
It's predicted quite a lot.
It's
Yeah.
predicted quite a lot.
they
It's
were
not in
they
the
were
US
only
yet, though,
yeah
is it? So it's not going to have a lot
Yeah.
yet.
for the opening weekend in the US, though, they were only predicted like 40 million, and it's on a budget of 150 million. So
It'll
who
pass
knows
that.
what it's
It'll
going to
pass
be?
that.
I reckon it's going to pass it because
Definitely.
it's getting a lot more positive reviews
Yeah.
now.
I
But
don't
we
know
heard
why.
on the way home. I
A
was
lot
scrolling
of people
through.
have quite liked it, though.
Yeah,
On the way home, I was scrolling through Twitter, and then there was saying that someone's making conspiracy theories already, saying Sony's been paying for good reviews.
it's bloody stupid. I hate that.
Yeah, I was looking at it and I
I
was
hate
like,
it.
already? It's been out for like a day, and there's already conspiracy theories saying it's been paid for good. That's just someone like me or Lewis
Yeah.
who's gone, this film's bad.
I doubt
I'm
it's
gonna
even
make a
that.
rumour up.
It's just people who've seen the trailer
Yeah, probably.
and they're going,
Yeah.
Maybe
I
story
don't
off the
accept that this
Yeah.
is bad. That this is good even.
Yeah,
There's no way it's going to be
yeah.
good.
Without watching it.
Yeah.
There are people, like they were the people who were commenting on the trailers, and it was like they only hated it because it was a female cast.
Yeah.
This isn't why I hate the movie.
No.
The film. And I'm sure there were people who were saying I don't like it because it's female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A female cast, but they didn't empower women the way I thought it was going to. Like if you look at Game of Thrones, that's a strong Daenerys, Cersei, Sansa in the newer seasons.
Yeah.
These are strong female characters. These ones, they're just surrounded by dumb and evil men.
Yeah,
It's-
there was the stupid bit it was in the trailers as well, where Chris Hemsworth comes in for the first time, and Kristen Wiig is just like
Yeah.
struggling with words because
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth is a good-looking man.
Very
He
good
is.
looking man.
I would struggle with words if I met Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, so
But still, they portrayed Kristen Wiig as a girl that couldn't control her
Yeah, she
her
was like,
urges.
she was like fixated on him.
yeah.
And there was like that crappy dance sequence
Oh
where
god.
he comes in and he's
Oh, God.
dancing, and then
That
she's
could have
like,
been a lot worse though. I said to Lewis, if Chris Hemsworth dances, I'm walking out. But then he did, and I was like, that wasn't as bad as he could have danced.
Yeah, but I did find it quite funny that he just starts grinding on
Yeah,
Leslie.
yeah. But
Uh,
then, with the relationship between I keep forgetting their names, the main character woman,
Kristen Wiig.
yeah, and Chris Hemsworth.
I don't know her actual name in the film.
No, neither do I.
I don't
I don't
remember
know
any of the
That's
names.
what I mean, that's another
No.
thing.
I know that Melissa McCarthy's called Abby.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
and Chris Hemsworth
Or
was
was there
called
someone
Kevin.
called
Kevin.
Jemima?
Kevin, yeah.
Something like that? Was
Oh,
one of them
Patty.
called-
Patty.
Oh,
Patty.
Patty.
Leslie Jones was
Who
Patty.
was
Um,
Patty?
Leslie
What was
Jones.
the blonde
The
one
black
called?
woman.
Holtzman.
Holtzman.
Yeah. Well, it's Gillian Holtzman,
Gillian.
but they kept
Gillian.
referring to her as Holtzman.
Yeah.
Was that Kristen Wiig?
No, that's Kate
Oh
McKinnon.
yeah, right, yeah.
I can't find Kristen Wiig. on
Yeah,
here.
she was my favourite character,
Erin.
and I don't remember her name.
Oh, yeah.
Erin,
Oh yeah, of course. So now that
She
you
even
say
told us how to spell it, didn't she?
Did she?
Like with an E.
Oh yeah, because she says it's Chris Hemsworth when she can't speak properly.
Yeah.
haha, women, they like men.
Yeah, and there's like the shitty part when when Kristen Wiig's like, I need to prove to him that this ghost is real. So
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
gonna do, I'm gonna let this ghost out of here
Does it
in
go
this
more?
tiny little shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
and then let what? Let Bill Murray.
Chris Murray.
Chris Murray. Yeah. Let Bill Murray just get flung out a window by this ghost.
Well, I'm glad that he did, so he didn't come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, they saw how much damage that ghost did in the big concert hall, and then
Yeah.
she's just like, "I'll just let it open in this tiny
Yeah.
room above a Chinese place that we
Yeah.
rent."
Yeah.
And why did you do that?
So they could kill Bill Murray.
Right. The
Yeah.
concert hall. I have massive.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
a single massive problem with this. Right.
Yes. Go.
So the singer gets flung into about, let's say, 12 amps all stacked on top of each
20
other. Right.
at least.
Yeah. And they just fall in like their cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon, there's an amp to your left right there.
This.
Can you try and pick that up for me, please?
This.
Yeah.
Is that an amp?
Yeah.
Is it heavy? Very heavy.
Now, what would happen if about 20 of those fell on you, Brandon?
Death.
Yep.
Immediate death.
Probably just one of them falling on you would kill you.
Yeah.
No pain.
It's
though.
not like they were low down.
Nope.
No, they were pretty high up.
There's zero chance he would survive that.
Yeah.
But then 2 minutes later,
He's singing again.
he's just singing, and it's completely fine.
It's a bit of a
Everyone's
health
fine.
and safety risk stacking that many amps up, because they didn't.
I've
like-
never actually seen that at a concert.
No.
Like, they do this in films all the time. They just stack like amps on top of amps, and like I don't think I've ever seen that in my life.
What did he get flung into in Back to the Future when he played a guitar? Did he fall into amps then? When he got
No,
flung
he
back?
was facing the amp.
Oh, was he?
and
Is that
the
what it
amp,
was?
like flung him back.
Because he got flung into the amps, and you could even hear the sound effect and the way they fell down. They were like cardboard boxes, and they probably were on the props anyway.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, they wouldn't use real.
Yeah.
ones.
That's what I mean. I know that.
that'd definitely kill it.
I know that, but everyone knew they were amps.
Yeah.
And the way they made them like marshmallows, just to
Yeah, they felt like they
Yeah.
felt like they
Yeah.
just like nothing in them.
like Stay Puffed marshmallows.
Right, I didn't mind the Stay Puft Marshmallow thing, right? Because I was dreading it at looking at the trailers, because the
Yeah.
trailers were like, we've brought Stay Puft back, and like,
Yeah.
no, it's fine. He's just a balloon.
But I do have a gripe with it though, because it's a ghost balloon, but Kristen Wiig pops it with a real knife, but it's a ghost.
Well,
It's because a woman's always got to have a Swiss Army pen knife. Alright?
did the ghost not come out of it?
Yeah, it did. It did fly off.
I think
The
she
balloon-
just
the
popped
balloon
the
was
balloon,
Oh, it
possessed.
was
and
a
then
possessed
Yeah,
balloon.
yeah.
I see. All right.
they
Even
weren't
then,
they
it
weren't
wasn't
just
clear.
ghost
I thought it was
balloons.
just-
I was a bit like
Come out of the portal, go
I
They,
didn't
to
they were all
understand.
possessed. Yeah,
I understand now.
But even then, that's another thing that wasn't clear. Like,
yeah.
it wasn't.
There's a lot of stuff that just isn't
No,
clear.
it isn't
in this
explained,
film.
is it?
The main, I can't remember the main villain's name now.
He wouldn't have a name, did
Oh,
he?
he was-
Oh,
he
he was
did.
the
the
fourth.
janitor.
The fourth coming, wasn't it? Whatever he.
Yeah,
He called himself,
Rowan.
like, the
His name's
fourth-
Rowan.
That was it.
He irritated me.
Yes.
So the entire thing, and then so he turns into the Ghostbusters logo at the end.
That
Oh, yeah.
I
It looked. Yeah.
I
it
can't
looked
get
like,
over that. I don't know what that was.
It was so bad.
He
was like
genuinely
Roger
turned into
Rabbit.
an animated cartoon logo.
And then he like
Yeah.
turned
And
into
started moving.
Yeah, he turned into like a 3D version of it after
But
that.
if there was cartoon things in the whole film, fair enough.
Yeah,
But that was like it was just drawn on.
It was a bit out of place. I was.
Yeah, it didn't
like,
make
a
any
bit
sense.
yeah.
Taken aback when I saw it.
Yeah.
So then he turns into a massive version of it, and
Yeah.
it looks like complete shit.
It really does look bad.
Why don't you just stay as Chris Hemsworth?
Because apparently it was making him stupider by the second, even though it appeared to have literally no impact.
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing, the whole physics and super strength aspect of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When
Another thing
he's
that makes sense.
he goes into Chris Hemsworth's body and he's like, "Oh yeah, I should have worked out more when I was alive."
Yeah.
He's lifting heavy
But
stuff, isn't he?
He was also in Melissa McCarthy's body,
prior to
and-
this.
and she lifts up an entire
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
with one hand and crashes her through a window. And I don't think Melissa McCarthy could do that.
No.
No.
No one should do that.
So
There's no question about that.
So he doesn't. It doesn't matter if he worked out or
No.
not, because now that he's dead, he can do this. He
Yeah.
does have considerable strength, and she jumped as well. She like jumped across the room and landed
Oh,
on
yeah.
Leslie Jones's back.
Yeah. Leslie Jones in that sequence in particular.
That scene I can't get over.
Oh, I
Her
hate that whole
smile
thing.
when she just got up and went and just jumped on people's back. She just turned,
Yeah.
smiled, and jumped on people's back.
I
And
hate
then-
that
Yeah.
whole sequence was just terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she starts smashing the proton packs with a pipe.
Yeah,
and Leslie
and then-
Jones like, "You got low blood sugar.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck are you on about?
You work with ghosts. You know the city's being taken over by ghosts. Your friend is suddenly smashing what you use to destroy ghosts, and you think it's low blood sugar."
The fact the engineer notices that she looks weird and she's acting out of place and she's
Yeah.
smiling like a complete possessed weirdo,
Yeah.
you'd immediately know. It doesn't take someone to see someone have super strength and flying around the room to realise they're a ghost.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just realise before that. Like, they've seen ghosts before, that they've seen them possessed. So they know.
Have they? I don't know if they saw them possess anybody.
No.
No, they never, because that was the... No. Yeah.
I think that was the first time
Yeah,
they got possessed.
okay.
Yeah, but,
But
like,
still,
you'd,
they should
you'd
know.
still know something's going
Yeah,
on with
yeah,
that.
Yeah, definitely.
Well.
This film.
More and bullying.
Yeah, so the big climactic ending.
Oh, sure is climactic.
The worst editing.
It's another bit where it degrades men
Mm-hmm.
and it's like women are better,
Yeah.
which I can agree with that. I prefer women to men, but
Yeah.
they use the proton packs to burn the logo's crotch,
Yeah.
and that you get a shot of it, and there's nothing there. So
Yeah.
why is
Yeah, it's
the
not like he's
extra
wearing
paint?
trousers. It's
Yeah.
not like he's wearing
No.
white trousers on
He doesn't
top
just
of
pour
his...
trousers over his big logo body.
Yeah, and he's not got anything
Yeah.
that would cause him
No.
pain.
It's just another childish joke, isn't it? That he's got
Yeah.
impacted there on his body.
Yeah, I could believe it because they do burn it. It is obviously thin, so it would cause him a bit of
Oh
pain.
yeah.
Yeah.
But a building exploded on his face, and he
Well,
seemed all right with it.
he seemed to get angry.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is what I was confused about, because I thought only the proton packs could hurt the ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then this building explodes onto his face and he gets really angry about it.
yeah.
That's what I mean. I think because I think the physics part was meant for kids because they didn't explain anything to do with that properly.
No.
Like it was sort of like when they were testing out the proton packs and all the different devices and stuff. They said this can only hurt ghosts. It doesn't like when he threw the grenade that'll only hurt ghosts.
Yeah,
And it blew
I
up
have
a
a
massive-
problem with that scene. They said it can only hurt ghosts, but it set something on fire.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she used the punch thing.
Yeah.
and it blew up a motorbike.
Canadian guy's bike.
I'm not 100% convinced that can only hurt ghosts.
I wouldn't want someone firing that at me.
No. It wouldn't just go straight through humans and then just like hit a ghost.
Yeah.
It'd still blow us up.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's a lot of the stuff with the weapons just made no sense to me.
Yeah.
In fact, the regular proton packs really irritated me because what are they useful for?
Nothing.
Yeah.
They
were just like...
They just grab people. And there's like that one part when like all this shit's coming out the fog.
Yeah.
And like, it's
that sort of montage scene.
Kate McKinnon's character like grabs one and does a flip to the side.
Yeah.
You just done nothing to that ghost.
No.
Yeah.
All you've done is moved it slightly to the left.
And also in the subway when they find that when they summon the ghost again.
Yeah.
And they're using it on him, and she says, "Yeah, it's going really well. It's holding it back." It's not. It's moving towards you at the exact same speed. It doesn't do anything to it, and they're like, "No, it's going well. It's holding it back." No, it's not. It's still moving towards you exactly the same. Yeah, they didn't explain anything like that fully, but
yeah, the whole thing with the proton packs just none of it worked really. No. The massive problem with the film is that they just didn't explain half the stuff that's going on.
Same with the engineer
but we just didn't understand it because they were talking bullshit.
But I think they seem to establish rules of the universe.
Yeah.
And then just broke them.
Oh yeah.
Like none of it really. It didn't seem cohesive.
It's the same with the engineer. It got a bit like video gamey at one point because they were constantly upgrading their things over and over again. Like the engineer would say, "I've upgraded the accuracy by 40%. I've upgraded this." But you couldn't
in like 2 minutes.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I was just going to say
there was
that
no
then.
time frame for doing that.
It was
When
literally
did she
the
have
same
chance?
day. They got back, put their stuff back, and then she'd go, "I've upgraded all these items. I've made somehow like 12 grenades.
Yeah.
Here you go."
They were
and pick
recounting.
any gun you want.
Yeah.
Not that one.
why did you put it on the fucking desk?
And she gives
It's
her a
not like
knife.
it didn't exactly seem like it did anything that could have hurt her
it
when
just
she used it.
Yeah.
It's just a shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And she's like, "No, it's not ready. All of these are ready.
Yeah.
But that specific one that you picked,
Yeah.
nah."
We just put that there.
See, I thought when she first did, I thought she was joking. Like, no, don't touch that, and then it would be fine.
Yeah, but then
it
it
was
didn't.
actually
Yeah.
undeveloped.
Yeah.
But she just said you can pick anyone on the table.
For her to even bring that out as well.
Yeah.
And put it
Yeah.
there.
I did think it was a joke because I've done that to people
Yeah.
before. Like, oh yeah, pick any of those. No, not that one.
Yeah.
But I haven't genuinely meant not that one.
I think that's a common joke, isn't it, to do that?
Yeah.
So I thought they were doing that, and then they actually took it. I was like, oh, they took it seriously.
Yeah.
Is that the joke? Or
Oh,
is
it
that
was
just
it was
shit
funny.
around? Yeah.
And now it's not. You've made it not funny.
Yeah, I mean, the only one of those weapons that was useful was Leslie Jones's like
Yeah.
They
the
use it
chipper
once.
thing.
Yeah.
Use it once and
Use it
get
once and then
destroyed.
get destroyed. Like the whole thing just made very little sense.
Yeah, we're being really nitpicky here, though. We're grinding this out a lot.
I just didn't
Into
like
the weapons
this.
now.
Was my main this was one of the big problems with it though.
Yeah, it
is that
was.
they didn't stick to the rules that they
No.
established.
It's because they were jolting around. They didn't know whether it was kids or adults. Or
Yeah,
they
and
just-
that's what I say like about Paul Feig being the director. He's
Yeah.
the complete wrong director for
Yeah.
it. I thought all the actresses were fine. Their chemistry wasn't great.
No.
Mainly because everything seemed rushed together.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, you
none
could
of-
tell the editing. It was so sloppy. Like there were
Yeah.
bits. You could tell that when there were bits cut into it in post production.
Yeah,
Like they
definitely.
did reshoots and they just blatantly spliced them in. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think they did do that with there's one scene where they upload a video to YouTube and they've got loads of negative comments,
Yeah.
just like the trailer does.
Yeah.
So they were probably like, these people don't like it.
Well, I
Let's
think
just put it in the movie.
video that Lily had 7 million views.
Yeah. I've never seen
Yeah.
a fake ghost video
Yeah.
get 7 million views in my life.
And they were just drawing on like it was nothing. Like this, I'm sure she said, "We've had 100 comments already, and the video had 7 million views."
They're
I was like,
buying
"We should
views.
you'd
Take
get
ghost videos.
Yeah.
I wasn't a massive fan of it. I could watch it though. Like I could watch it again.
No, yeah, it was watchable.
It's one of those you'd watch. Like if it was on, okay, fair enough. If it was on and I had to watch it, I would be on my phone. I wouldn't have full concentration in the film. I would watch it in the background.
No, but like I could watch it again.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'd put my full
No,
concentration
no.
into it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you wouldn't.
No.
Lewis.
No, I got very angry.
Yeah, we noticed. We came out the cinema, right? And I was just like, how did you find that, Lewis? And he just had his arms folded like he does now. And he was just like, I'm not happy.
No.
I was told to shut up by both Brown and
Yeah,
Brandon and Dan.
I had to tell him to shut
I'm
up.
about to say, be quiet.
Because I was getting annoyed with the audience because they were laughing at jokes that weren't funny.
There was one part, and like I can't remember what it was. It may have been. I think it was. Who's the secretary from the original?
Annie Potts, yeah.
When she showed up, he slunk down in his chair and he audibly went, and I was like, Lewis, please stop.
There was the joke where Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig both say "Let's go" at the same time. I didn't find that funny at all.
They don't say it at the same time.
No, because someone says it
Kristen
first.
Wiig says it first,
Yeah.
and then Melissa McCarthy repeats like 2 seconds after it.
Yeah.
It's like, you obviously heard her say that.
And the audience laughed at that, and I was just annoyed at them, so I went like a sarcastic laugh, and they weren't happy with me for doing
They have that
that.
bit in the trailer as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know why.
it's terrible.
It is. It is.
Did
bad
they
joke.
use any like sayings like before they got their proton packs out? Did they borrow any of them from the original film? Like they said, "Let's power up" about 40 times.
Oh yeah, light them up.
Yeah, they said
They
light.
didn't do the light them up. Hold them. Yeah,
is that what it is?
I don't know what the words are, but
They said light
Yeah.
up, and they said "Let's power up." Melissa McCarthy said that about 40 times.
I
And they were
I don't
weirdly
think so.
synchronized as well. Like all 4 of them. That one person would do it, and then the next person would do it like in tune with the music at the same time for every single scene that happened.
I was like, there were a lot of callbacks to the last one.
yeah.
I was glad that they didn't do "You Can't Cross the Streams" because I was 100%
Yeah.
sure they were going to do that,
Yeah.
but they just completely disregarded it.
Yeah.
So I was completely fine with that. There's not really much else. to
The
say.
one line we haven't. I don't think we talked about this yet. The when Melissa McCarthy is saying they can't call the police.
Oh, I despise this line.
They can't call the fireman. Who are they gonna call? Shut up!
But
I'm
also,
not gonna call you.
I'm sure the old theme tune was playing on the TV at the same
Yeah,
time. Just
I
the
did.
music though, just the music, like very faintly.
Yeah.
She turned it off because she said they can't call the police. What did they say? They can't call the fire.
They can't call the fire brigade. Who are they gonna call?
Who are they going to call? And then she turned the TV off.
I'm pretty sure. Did they say
No, it
Ghostbusters?
came on the TV. It said
That was it,
Ghost
yeah.
Catchers or something,
Oh,
but
right.
in
Yeah.
the
I
tune
was-
of
yeah, that
Ghostbusters.
I was
it.
too busy groaning.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear what was going on.
What did they originally call themselves? Because they said the TV presenter said we're here with the Ghostbusters,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then they said no, we're called. And it was, what was the name they
I
gave
think it was like
themselves?
3 words.
Yeah, it was
so
long.
stupid. I heard that once and the whole thing.
That was a
It
joke.
was like
though.
the investigation of the paranormal.
Yeah, something like
or
that.
some shit like that. And
Yeah.
like, that joke's just terrible.
It is.
I
yeah.
quite liked when Chris Hemsworth just picked up the phone and he was like, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, yeah.
He does just pick up the phone before that and says, "Hello, investigators of the part of physical."
Yeah.
No,
I
the
did
bit that
like
gets
that.
me-
I did like it when he just put the phone
Yeah.
down and he's just like, I didn't like that
It was-
conversation.
It wasn't amazingly funny, but I think this is the bit I laughed at.
Yeah.
That you will wonder what I was laughing at is when we first see him and the phone's in the tank
Yeah.
and he goes to grab it. The first time he did that,
Yeah, but
I
he did it like
chuckled.
5.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
The
they
first
dragged
time I was
it
like,
out.
oh, that's quite funny. And he tried to do it again. I was like, really? Are you actually trying it again? You wouldn't try again,
It's
would
like
you?
they did it so many times, so when he referenced the joke about the phone in the tank later on,
Yeah.
people would be like, oh, I remember
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
they said?
Like, once isn't
a
enough.
tank's a submarine for fish.
Yeah, I quite like that.
I swear like none of the kids laughed at it though.
No, they didn't
No.
laugh at any of the Chris
No,
Hemsworth
that's what I
stuff, and
mean.
I really liked
They were the
Chris
only
Hemsworth
slightly
stuff.
funny thing.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
us three laughing and everyone was like, shut up, you're not funny, you don't get it.
It's not wrong, is it?
No.
Owen's got the pictures of himself. Like, which one makes me look more
Yeah,
like a
that's
duck?
good.
Listening to saxophone,
Playing
playing
the
saxophone.
Playing the
Listening to
saxophone.
saxophone, he's got the saxophone up to his ear.
There was another one like that, I think, when he was listening to something. There was another joke like that. I think that's why they made it.
Yeah.
Oh
I
no,
can't
they
think what it
said,
was.
Oh,
don't
he
don't
li-
listen,
yeah,
and
don't
he covers
listen,
his
because
That was
Yeah.
it,
eyes.
that was it. Don't listen, he goes, I won't.
Isn't something making like a really loud noise
Oh,
at
yeah,
one part as well?
something
He
makes
covers his
loud
eyes.
noise.
Is that?
Oh yeah.
I don't understand. At the end, when before he gets possessed
Where's
as
the
well.
gong?
Yeah, the guy.
That's
Yeah.
what it was. He goes, bong. He's there covering his eyes. But when he was outside as well, and he brought. That was quite funny when he. See, it's getting more positive now. Like Chris Hemsworth. As soon as you talk about him, it gets more positive.
Yeah.
But before he got possessed, when he brought his bike. And he got in the costume, and he was like, "I could be a Ghostbuster too."
Yeah.
And the dialogue he was saying there was quite funny. I think that was.
I quite like the dialogue there, although
I
it
thought
seemed
that was
a
going to
bit
be a
weird.
turning point. And
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
He was suddenly going to be like, I'm not really stupid,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, I thought it was either going to go there or it was going to be like, I'm sick of all of you. But like they hadn't established that because
Yeah.
he does go. He's like, I'm gonna be a Ghostbuster and
Yeah.
no one's gonna hold me back, and it's like. You didn't really.
Yeah.
At no point as he said he wanted
No.
to be a
Yeah.
Ghostbuster before this.
He's never been interested in it
No.
at all, has he?
He
He's
barely
just-
even knows what
No,
they
he's not-
actually
no.
do.
Yeah, I feel like he was just there. Like he they just used him for that part,
Yeah.
and he was like, he only wanted to be a Ghostbuster for that bit because they needed a bike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. I'll tell you what didn't deliver, but was a good idea, was when he was showing the logos.
Yeah,
I didn't find that personally funny, but I think that was a good idea.
the logo, right?
When the seven.
I hated this in the subway
Oh yeah.
when the guy's like,
Oh, yeah.
he's,
Oh.
although I didn't mind it whilst he was actually drawing it
Yeah.
because like he's looking at Leslie Jones and he's like drawing it
Yeah.
like all and while she's getting really pissed off at him, but when I realised about halfway through it was like,
What's
this is
coming?
going to be the Ghostbusters
I
logo.
turned to you and I said, "You know what he's painting, don't you?" You go,
It-
"Yeah,
and
I know what he's painting."
It
Don't
was
worry."
it was the Ghostbusters logo, and I was really annoyed when he's like, "Oh, you don't want that,"
Yeah.
and then he crosses it out, but he doesn't switch his paint can, and
No.
it's in a completely
No.
different colour.
No, he does.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does
I
he?
don't remember him
Oh.
switching his paint can. All right, well that's fine then. I still
But
don't
still,
like.
no, it's not
I
fine.
still don't like that. They used the Ghostbusters like that's how they.
I would have been
created the
alright with
Ghostbusters
it
logo.
if it was just he just drew the ghost.
Yeah.
But the turning point for me was when he said, "Oh, you don't want that. All right, no ghost allowed."
Yeah,
then,"
yeah.
and just does that, and it's not good.
No.
It's
No.
too forced.
Yeah.
And then what's her name? Kate McKinnon. The engineer.
Kate
McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, and she just takes a picture of it and then can, like, I draw an identical version of it on the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know she was a professional artist. Unless she got
She's
someone else
everything.
to
She can do it all herself. I'm telling you, she could have done it all herself.
You
Proton
think she got
packs.
someone else to.
Yeah, yeah, I'll go maybe. But even the end, no, because the end scene when they're all using their proton packs and they're just like shackling the ghost,
Yeah.
but then she gets out her private dual-wield.
Oh yeah, I did
That
like
only
that
does
scene.
it only does the same thing though. It only grabs them because that
Yeah.
hug
Yeah.
she like whipped out these
but
like
when
say
she
hello
does
to my
it-
little friends.
when
No,
she
no,
does
that
it-
wasn't her. That was Kate. The
Oh
Kristen
yeah, that
Wiig
was the
who
main
said
was
that.
character.
it?
Yeah,
Was it?
Yeah,
She
she was like,
got
"Say
a-
hello to my little."
Oh yeah.
And
That line.
Oh,
really
yeah.
I
pissed
did
me
not
off.
like that at all.
as soon as she
No, yeah,
said
she just
"say hello
licked
to
him.
my," I just
Oh, yeah.
cringed.
I
Of course.
didn't. I didn't mind the two pistols, but they didn't quite because they seemed like they worked how the proton packs worked for like
Yeah.
the first half of it,
That's
like
what I
while
mean.
she was using them, and then once she got closer to the ghosts, they just started blowing
They were
up.
just one-shotting
Yeah.
them. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. It's just because before that we were just seeing them being shackled
Yeah,
and they were getting back up.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then when she was using her dual wield, she was actually, I don't know if they were killing them or making them. They obviously weren't
No.
killing them, were they?
Well, that's the
Because-
thing. Like they can't be killing them, and I guess that's why they're using like all it does is shackle them.
Energy, yeah.
But it's just the continuity in it just didn't make sense.
Yeah,
Because
that's the word continuity I was looking for.
Because then
yeah.
Leslie Jones's like chipper device, what's that do?
But then when
like that
does it,
obviously
that's like,
kills it.
That's like goo, isn't it? That comes
Yeah.
out. That's what I think goo is represented as like their blood, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're dead.
Yeah.
I thought it was just going to contain them, but it actually like shredded it
Yeah,
out.
Yeah.
shreds it at the back.
And also, if that's not like dangerous, if that's only dangerous to ghosts, why did it shred up like all the stuff in the,
The
alley?
paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I thought. While she was shredding up that ghost because it was on top of Kate McKinnon,
Yeah.
and I was like, Kate McKinnon should be dead. She should have
Yeah.
got sucked into that thing
Yeah.
and just got chipped up, but she didn't. So
They just
there's
use
no
sort.
continuity.
I think they just try to quickly establish these things
Yeah.
in like a non-continuity way. Like they break rules happily just to establish that this is what they did, because they wanted to show that it would shred things,
Yeah.
even if it's not meant to shred them.
Well, yeah, because what were they going to do otherwise?
Exactly.
Like, how were
that's
they
what I
going to
mean.
show
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Unless, like, you unleash
They
that.
explained it with words,
Yeah.
which is boring.
I guess. I would have preferred it,
Yeah.
to be perfectly honest.
Right, should we talk about the ending when they both jump into the... Well, Melissa McCarthy is grabbed and pulled into a portal, and Kristen Wiig jumps in after her, and then the portal closes behind her, and it's on the floor, so it's like... It's a floor, and then there's just a rope going down.
Yeah.
How do they get pulled back up then?
I don't know.
They get pulled out of the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
they
bit
just
that
don't
annoyed.
show it.
Yeah, that's the bit that annoyed me, because you see the portal closing.
It's obviously about to close when she jumps in it.
Yeah,
time
and then
was
it
free.
does close. It shows it close.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
But then from her side, it's still open.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like, she's going towards it when she's getting tugged back through.
yeah.
So,
but it was shown it closed when she jumped in.
yeah.
And that was a long rope as well.
Yeah. Like,
It was a long rope, and I was expecting like an Amazing Spider-Man 2 moment.
well, when she
Just
started.
Because they were going pretty bloody quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got tugged like badly.
Yeah.
And then their hair went white for some reason, and it
Why?
didn't matter at all.
Why?
Nah, they didn't
So she
explain
could die
that.
at ginger later on.
Was that anything? Did they explain that at the start? I feel like she was giving a speech about relativity and time at the like, within the paranormal universe.
Maybe, but like
But they didn't age
that's-
though.
No.
Their hair just went
Yeah.
I
white.
know.
All
What I'm
that
saying
happened
is
was
what
the hair-
I was
the hair
confused
went
about was
white.
when we see the portal closing and she jumps into it and it closes, right?
Yeah.
So she can't get back through. It's closed, but then she's able to get back through. So I'm thinking,
I'm thinking it's a continuity error.
yeah, exactly. But they didn't establish. No, yeah, I'm not.
Well, the thing is, they come out of the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Well,
bother to
that
show
doesn't
you
make sense.
coming
They're
out the
pulling them
floor.
out of the door, but the rope's still in the ground, isn't it? It's like I don't get it.
Yeah, and they've still got a lot of rope
Yeah.
behind them, so it's
Yeah.
a really long rope. I don't know where she found that.
I just accepted that it was like a latch onto the physical world.
Yeah, I just
Or something
still
like that.
that's sort of what I was
Yeah.
thinking with it. It's like, oh, well, that's technically still in that world, so
Yeah.
I guess that can come back through.
I was long past done with this movie by that point.
Yeah.
I just really didn't understand why they got white hair.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
you would have thought
I
it would
thought-
be to do with aging, right?
yeah, when their hair started to, because it started turning white as they were coming out
Yeah.
the portal, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that would be pretty cool if they like start
Yeah.
aging. But they don't. They just get white hair for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. And
I
it's
bet
just
that
immediately solved as well.
Yeah.
I bet that doesn't get mentioned in the second film at all.
No, I'll bet they'll just be back to the regular
to their normal
colours,
hair,
and
yeah.
like it just won't get a mention
Even
at
though
all.
they were back to the normal by the end of it.
No,
because
No,
they
she
dyed
dyed
the
it.
hair.
No, she dyed it like ginger, but it
Yeah.
wasn't ginger after that. It was brown again.
Was it?
No.
Yeah,
I
in
didn't-
the,
I
didn't notice.
you know, in
didn't
like
care
the
to
credit
notice.
scenes.
Yeah.
It was brown
we
again.
we
Oh,
left as soon as the first
yeah.
credit scene
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
on.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
so I was
quite a
like, I
few.
can't sit here.
I was running down the stairs to get out.
There was about 6 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
We last one I saw walking out was when Melissa McCarthy's got like loads of meat in her soup now,
Yeah.
and she's still disappointed with it
Yeah.
for some reason.
Oh yeah, there was like 4 more after
Oh.
that.
That was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was
Well,
like, there's more. Get me out of here now.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that'll do then, will it, guys?
Are we
Yeah.
on for time?
I didn't
Are we?
want to.
We've got,
Okay.
we're done enough.
So we've had our overview. We've got the spoilers.
I didn't want to hate this movie. Like I saw the trailers. I knew everyone hated the trailers. I didn't hate them.
Yeah.
I thought it doesn't look good, but I don't think I'm gonna hate it.
I seen one trailer once, and I went in optimistic to the film. I had a clear head going into it. I just didn't enjoy it personally. That's my overview. Is that I had too many complaints about it over good things. There
Yeah.
were like Chris Hemsworth was fine. He was funny. I found him humorous,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
even him alone, he didn't have enough screen time for it to
Yeah.
be funny. So,
Yeah. If you like it, fine.
but I feel like kids will enjoy it if they go.
I think
see it.
kids will like it
Yeah.
for the most part. There's
Yeah,
some
yeah.
my general opinion is it had a really good chance of being a really good film.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't.
No.
Like it didn't quite make
They're probably
it.
too scared to sacrifice that sort of kid audience.
Yeah.
That child.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah.
Like it's obviously aiming for the biggest market
Yeah, yeah.
it can.
Yeah.
and they sort of have to do that. I hope that if they do a sequel, Paul Feig's not directing it.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be alright if Paul Feig wasn't directing it.
Yeah, and if they move away from the callbacks to the originals.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, the fan service part, that was obviously their least on the list, wasn't it?
I'm hoping they do what Ninja Turtles did and like just listen to people's complaints.
Yeah.
Because
the second one
the
better.
second one, although it made no money, it was a lot better than the first one.
Yeah, I did enjoy the second one.
Yeah.
For what it was.
Yeah. So that's that, guys.
Yeah.
It's episode 2 done.
Ghostbusters done. Forever forgotten.
Right. If you're listening on iTunes or SoundCloud, pop over to the YouTube channel. We might do bonus content. We haven't yet.
No.
It's only been a week.
We might do that.
Maybe next week.
Give us a chance.
Yeah. I'm going to find some way of seeing Neon Demon this week because I'm really pissed off that that's not showing at Cineworld. So maybe, because I doubt we'll talk about that on the podcast if I do.
Okay.
So maybe I'll throw up a quick review or something, or maybe we can do a quick review before the podcast next time, and I'll throw it up at some point in the week.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Sweet.
alright, if you want to check out Brandon's YouTube channel, then go over to Wolfie. I'll link it in the description. You just you recorded a lot of videos this morning, have you?
Yeah.
For
Irrelevant to
Black
these
Ops.
topics, but yeah.
Oh yeah, it's all gaming stuff.
Yeah.
So go over and check that out if you like seeing some Let's Plays and some
And my voice.
and some vlogs.
Yeah.
There's some good vlogs on there. Alright, sound guys. You two don't have a channel or anything, do you?
No,
No.
this is all we do.
Cool. If you want to check out some music, then check out my channel because music's always fun. People need music.
We
And
don't
right
have
now-
music yet. We need a theme tune.
Yes.
Yeah,
Get
well,
on that
me and you are going to try and sort that out at some point. Don't know when. You're going on holiday soon, so that's the other thing. Next week, who's away next week?
I'm away next week.
And me.
So I'm getting my mate Ethan in next week. Then the week after that, Lewis is still away. You're back, aren't you?
I'm back.
And Brandon's going away.
Yeah.
So I'm getting my mates Dylan and Dan in for that
Yeah.
week.
We'll update them on social media
Yeah.
on the day or something like that.
We need to actually use our social
Yeah, I was going to
media.
say that. I was thinking that we'll
Yeah,
update.
We've
when we
only
don't use
tweeted
it.
or put on Facebook the episode 1. That's
Yeah,
all we've
yeah.
done.
I was gonna take a picture like at Ghostbusters last night just before we went in and just put like gonna see Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
check out our review tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh shit.
We'll post
I
more
just-
eventually once we get a bit more
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Why don't we
Yeah.
take a picture now?
No.
No.
Let's
That
not.
would ruin.
That's a bad idea,
Yeah.
Lewis. Stop mentioning
Well,
ideas.
I need to go and catch Pokemon, so
Oh yeah, Pokemon
I
Go.
got that
Yeah.
shite, yeah.
yeah.
Right, thanks for listening, guys.